So in this video, I'm going to be distinguishing commitment, and commitment can come from two different aspects of ourselves. Commitment can come from the ego, and what that would look like is it would be pain, suffering, grief, lack mindset, shame, guilt, judgment. All these are a commitment from the ego. The other side of that coin would be commitment from love, commitment to God. And what that would look like is peace, love, and joy beyond any explanation. It would be submitting and committing to the mission. It would be submitting, which means submission, and the mission is God's mission, and we're an extension of God, so then that would be a submission of the ultimate mission, which is God's mission for us. And that is for us to walk in love, moment by moment of every single day, every second, in every way. So anytime we find ourselves out of being in that submission to God and God's purpose and God's mission, and not walking in love, then we are in our ego, we're in our head, we're not in our heart. So that is what commitment looks like. It's a way of being. It's when we say that we're going to do something, we actually do it with integrity, with congruency of being, with inspiration, compassion. It is an expression of freedom from a place of love. And also it would be being at the source of inspiration is where this commitment would come from. And when we walk, or when we make the commitment to always be in a state of submission to God, then we are committing to God, we're committing to surrender, and we're committing ourselves to something that is greater than ourselves. And this is where, as much of a paradox as it sounds like, this is where the ultimate freedom comes from. So that is commitment. Another way that we could look at commitment is a commitment with ourself and being responsible for our emotions, for our thoughts, for how we speak. Are we speaking life or are we speaking death when we open our mouth? And it's a commitment of what then we put into our mind, our body, our spirit, like the environment that we're in, the books that we read, the audios that we listen to. Commitment. That's what commitment looks like.